usually boring segment where we highlight some of the under-the-radar aspects of the beautiful game. Ladies, Emma Hayes' first match. What are you guys looking out for? U.S. Women's National Team against South Korea. Okay, this means I'm going to you, Darian. What are you looking out for from the U.S. Women's National Team in Emma Hayes' first match?
Her rotations. I think we're going to see a lot of different partnerships, mix-ups. You see with Chelsea, she's not afraid to throw a wrench in things or just try something new that we haven't seen before. I think with Twyla Kilgore that she's built this identity and team and tried to establish these partnerships that I think we're definitely going to see it in the Olympics. But this is the camp for Hayes to see these youngsters come in, to really experiment, to see where they can kind of toy around and add some more weapons to their arsenal in their run of play, because in the Olympics there's so many things that change, there's so many things that happen, players get knocks, minutes, it's a really quick tournament. So this is going to be a way for her, I think, to establish depth and have some fun as a head coach and really experiment.
I think with Emma Hayes being able to be in camp and have time with these players, to talk to them, to actually watch their movements and interactions, we're going to see different partnerships and different pairings of players that we maybe haven't seen before with this group. Even when you look at the roster, when Emma Hayes pulled this out with 23 players, Crystal Dunn being in the front line, that's already something different that we're seeing. I think the pressure for Hayes to succeed, to put out a product that is exciting and a fun brand of football, and also to get wins over South Korea, might overshadow some of the actual changes or players and personnel that she wants to see. So for Hayes to find that balance between getting young players time, trying out different tactics or player partnerships, but also show U.S. soccer and the United States that they didn't make a wrong decision in hiring her in this possession. She has pressure on her.
She's got pressure, but she's built for it. I think she loves the pressure. I'm also really looking forward to seeing the balance with the veterans.
Yeah.
How are you going to throw them in? You have utility players like a Crystal Dunn who can play in the back line, in the midfield, and the front line. You have some veterans that can only play one position. How are you going to weigh that into going into the Olympics when it's such a quick tournament? I don't know. I think we're going to see a lot of those fun partnerships and experimentation.
That's such a good point, though. The fact that it's such a quick tournament, the games are quickly, they come quickly. Yeah. How much can the veterans play in comparison to the young players that are coming in? Darian, oof, you're on it. Okay, you guys have both picked who you think should be the number 9 for this U.S. Women's National Team. So I want you guys to take me through why you picked who you picked. Darian, your pick is Sophia Smith. Talk to me.
Well, do I really have to make an argument? The girl's on fire right now. I'm going to take you through some of her recent goals with the Portland Thorns and how she set her teammates up for success. Here, she stays in between the pocket of the midfield and the back line of any team she's playing against. She always looks so threatening. She's able to dribble and keep her eye. Look at all of these defenders. All eyes are locked on her. This leaves Linehan on the left side wide open. She puts this perfectly weighted pass to get the assist. Linehan finishes. She's not done though. Look at this pocket again. She's always in between the midfield and the back line, staying alive, wanting to be a part of the play. She can read when there's a transition, and this weighted touch is perfect. As a forward, you're told, have a touch to draw the keeper out. That's exactly what she does. She has options to go left and right. She opts to go left. Easy finish for Sophia Smith. All of these goals are just showing her range as well. Here, she's not in the midfield. She's able to drift wide, which is what I like about her game. She adds diversity to it. She stays in the space, not too close to a defender. She's able to be onside. She takes her time. She reads, okay, my teammate's going end line. My space is to my left in the 18. This is where I can get a shot off. Then she uses the defenders for Bay as a shield to parry the ball with her left, curve it around everybody and over the keeper. Smith is just so lethal because she has diversity in her shooting. She can play in the 9 on the right. She can drop into that 10 position. She tracks a lot of defenders. I don't think she does a lot wrong. For me, she's a complete forward. She has assets that every other forward I think on the national team has, but in one. She has the speed, the finishing ability, and she can rotate positions. I think she is the number 9.
Okay.
And you're not going to beat me.
Okay.
I'm not being convinced right now.
We are not disagreeing with you, and we are not ignoring you, but I just want to hear what Lisa has to say about Catarina Macario first before we decide how we feel about it, because Catarina has experience under Emma Hayes. Let's go ahead and take a look at how she does everything and why you think she should be the number 9.
Catarina Macario as a number 9 brings an entirely different flair to the game. She wants to play back to goal. Watch her in this pocket. She invites the defender on her. You think nothing can be created in this moment. The little run from Newskin but the run is only dictated by the fact that Macario can turn, face the goal, and chip the ball over the top. Macario's ability to find space, to stay involved in play is so important. She checks to the top of the 18 on the left side of your screen. She doesn't receive the initial cross, but that's okay. She's keeping an eye on the ball, understanding that the defenders are all crashing near posts. All Catarina Macario has to do is find the open space and keep her eyes on her teammates. In transition, Macario can get on the ball. She invites defenders in, and then she can distribute. This is a key factor for a number 9 with the United States, the ability to find teammates and to stay engaged in the play. This cross initially doesn't come into Macario, so she decides, I'm gonna bait the defender, go back shoulder, force the defender to look at me, and now I've got a half step on them, near post. Catarina Macario gets a touch, and it's ultimately a goal for Chelsea, all because of Catarina Macario. The talents that Macario brings that the United States need is a false 9 that can check back into the midfield, really physical forward that invites defenders on her backs, can turn, can play those final passes to get and break lines and to feed speedy teammates up front with Swanson, Smith, and Trinity Rodman. It's a different wrinkle in the front line for Emma Hayes.
Yes, okay, that's what I was going to mention there. I'm not disagreeing with you either. I want to be very fair.
You have to pick the tiebreaker here.
No, I want to be
You're not getting away from this scot-free.
What you're describing and what Catarina Macario kind of brings to the table can be more of a 10. You mentioned right there the false 9 aspect is not necessarily what we're kind of pitching for Sophia Smith. What do you think that Emma Hayes will go with, right? Because it's not necessarily the player thing, it is what tactic she's going to go with there.
For Hayes, the most important information that she needs to put out on the pitch is that the United States can be tactically flexible. And with Catarina Macario in the 9, she can do just that because she drops into the midfield as that false 9, which allows rotation from the 10s, whether it's Lindsay Horan or Jaden Shaw, Rose Lavelle, even in that 10 midfield role, to go forward. And then you have your technical 1v1 players on the sidelines, like a Sophia Smith, who can play wide.
Yeah.
To then feed the ball to them and go 1v1.
Fight.
Girl, she can play anywhere on the field. I agree, she can go wide. The reason I chose Smith is because, yes, I do think Macario brings those elements, but Smith, when she gets the ball and she has the ability to do the same things as Macario, play in the pocket, check a little deeper, hold off with her back to goal, Smith can also turn and with speed go 1v1. That's just a little bit more of an asset, I think, is part of her game where Macario plays more as that 10. She wants to be really tight on the ball, which I love. But I think going against certain teams, Smith has that and a little bit more going forward.
Catarina Macario is a precision magician when she is on the ball. I didn't add it into my tactical packs, but she takes all the set pieces for her club team. Corner kicks, set pieces, and she can deliver a ball on a dime and creates a lot of assists and chaos in the box. It's just another element why Cat should be on the field as the 9.
Okay, listen, again, not disagreeing. I don't want to get anyone upset here. What I'm saying is exactly, what if we do a double 9 situation or a 10-9 situation, and then is there a world where they're both playing at the same time in different roles there, Darian?
Yeah, I can totally see that. You mentioned Smith going out wide and Macario being in the 9, and I do think maybe there's a potential for 2 9s up top and then letting your wingers be really true wingers and then working on those runs into the box. And I mean, instead of like having to come into the pocket so much where we see the U.S. right now having those huge internal rotations, instead keeping them really wide, working on those balls in. But I love Smith at the 9. I think she's in such good form right now. She plays in those pockets more so than we've seen her before, and I have to think that's feedback from Emma Hayes.
I agree. No, because the one thing that Catarina Macario has on Sophia Smith here, not that there's anything wrong with Sophia Smith, is that Catarina Macario has just played under Emma Hayes. So Emma Hayes is familiar with her game and how she likes to be talked to, how she likes to play. Maybe she already tried her in the 10, she already tried her as the false 9 position, she tried her out wide. Whatever has happened already with Emma Hayes, she has more of an idea of how to play with Catarina Macario, right? So when we go ahead and talk about Sophia Smith, how will Sophia Smith kind of play into how Emma Hayes plays?
Well, I think she's doing it now. That's why she's in that pocket so much. I think this is feedback she's probably gotten from the national team, where it's to not just sit on the line, be a part of the build-up, be a part of these quick transitions. You have a great shot from range. Let's take advantage of it. Work on this more. That's why she's been scoring so many goals for Portland. I think we saw a switch flip, and we're seeing her in form, looking confident. I don't know how you don't start her going into these matches, but Jenny, you still have to pick.
Yeah. I think we can play them both at the same time. No, you have to pick.
Yeah.
Who do you want to see in the 9?
Oh gosh, no, but that's going to get into a whole other conversation because I want Jaden Shaw as the 10, and they're not really giving me that option right now. Maybe Emma Hayes will. You think so?
Yeah, I think we could
Oh my
see that.
God! See, that's something that I want to see. So if Jaden Shaw is the 10, where does that leave Catarina Macario?
I think she'll come as a 9 at some point.
She will come as a
false 9.
Okay, so maybe rotation. Sophia Smith starts. Catarina Macario comes
Smith or Macario.
It's like picking like my two children. Like, is it Darian? Is it Lisa? Is it Sophia?
Catarina Macario plays for Chelsea. We know you like the Blues.
I do like the Blues, but I also have history with Portland Thorns. So like, I work for both clubs. So. Guys, I don't know. I can't pick. I just want you guys to know I love you both. I love you both, and those are very good arguments for both players, and we're going to see how Emma Hayes plays them. 3, 2, 1. Sophia.
Oh, no.